Hello and welcome to Midnight Scribe's Creative Vibes, where we talk to the best of the bronies and discover exactly what makes them tick. Now, the guest we have on tonight, well, how would I describe him to you? I would describe him as nutritious, delicious, and best of all, he's Rolicious. Rolicious, welcome to the show. How are you doing?
Hello, you happy people. Doing great, Kyle. Doing great. Great to be on the show.
Great to have you on here. It's absolutely I think we're gonna have a blast today.
No pun intended.
Is there a pun in there? Surely not.
Oh, yeah, I was just flickering a firecracker in my hands as you said that.
Well, don't start a fire in the chat. Not yet, anyway. We don't want any fires until the end of the conversation. And sorry, not here anyway. It's absolutely boiling here in Scotland right now. We've actually had a heat wave. I can't believe that's possible.
So fun.
That's actually technically impossible, because we're only meant to have one day of summer, and that's meant to be August the 24th. So this is not natural.
Damn.
It's actually, you broke the thermometer here. It's 30 degrees.
30? Only?
30. Well, you can tell the differences in countries and cultures already, because 30 from where you are, I imagine, is probably much more normal than Scotland.
Yeah, we normally have about 35 or so. But surprisingly, this summer here is pretty cool.
So you're having a nice chilled out summer so far?
Well, it's not chilled, but it's definitely better than last year. Last year, everything was melting, even in the shades, even in the refrigerator.
If you're melting in the refrigerator, we've got to start worrying there. But still, at least one thing that isn't melting at the moment is your artwork, because at least that's all digital. You're not a line writer. You actually do all your stuff on computers, don't you?
Yes, because it's much more convenient and less messy than traditional. Used to do traditional a lot in the past, but, well, things got expensive, let's put it that way, and it was really hard to get inks, the paints, the canvases, and the brushes. So we decided to sell that for digital. Just get a tablet, and in the long run, it is a bit more cheaper, yeah.
And a lot more practical, I suppose, like the idea of having a huge canvas and the oils and so on, it's quite romantic.
Yeah, that too. I mean, it's not the same as traditional art. When you have the brush and you're like going with it on the canvas, like one line, then the other, then you shade and shine. Oh, that feeling. It's like a dance.
Well, I tell you what, you certainly seem to have a lot to talk about in terms of your art. I mean, like because you've been on the scene for a wee while, haven't you?
Indeed. I've been drawing for as long as I can remember myself. But about 2 years ago, I went on a 3-year hiatus and recently got back. Feels good to be back.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad that you're enjoying doing your artwork again. So you went on a hiatus for a few years. Like, were you doing because I know we're part of the sort of My Little Pony fandom. Were you doing artwork like that back then, or was this kind of a change of form?
Yeah, the thing is, about 3 years ago, no, it's 5 years ago now, yeah. I was finishing school, and, well, I wasn't sure what to do with my life. I was thinking of doing art as my main thing, but then I was told stories that artists, like, fight each other or customers, that there's this and that, many issues. Well, and I got scared. I'm no longer sure if this is like the thing now I want to do. Maybe I'll just keep it as a hobby and just find something more safer and more convenient to do for a living. And so I set for a 3 years cruise around the world to like find my other calling, let's put it that way. And so I've been an electrician, a blacksmith, cashier, sales agent, charity assistant, car washer, even a tailor. And oh my goodness gracious, was that a real hard time. It was boring, it was dull, I was losing my love for people, I was getting more closed. Working, I cannot imagine how other people do. I don't know how my parents are, I don't know how anyone is doing their job without losing their sanity. Every morning before work, I would wake up crying in the pillows like, no, not work, not now, no, I want to stay home in bed. Oh man, that was depressing.
But it must feel happy to be able to just wake up and go, today I'm going to do what I want to do and, be creative.
Well, it's more like 5 more minutes and then I'll be more creative. But yes, it is way better to go freelance. I should have gone in the first time. So after 3 years, there was a point where I just stopped, like, what am I doing with my life? This is not me. I'm just wasting it. I got a talent. I can do it. And what do those guys actually know about the world of an artist? Are they artists? They are also finishing school. They don't know anything. Why did I listen to them? Oh my goodness, I am so stupid. So yeah, after that, I left my job. I bought a tablet for what I had left and set sail. And by Jove, I am so happy I made that decision. I am so happy I snapped. Let's put it. Excuse me. Yeah. Actually, yeah, you can call it a snap because, like, I did lose my sanity. I was like, I'm an artist. I am not a worker. I'm not a blacksmith. I do not belong in these worlds.
Yeah, you were basically just trying to find a colon, but you had the colon already. I mean, you just didn't.
Yes, I did. But I was out because I listened to others. I listened to that guy. Kids, don't be that guy. Nobody likes that guy.
So basically, you're a human version of one of the Cutie Mark Crusaders. Then you knew your talents, but you just hadn't gone there.
Kinda, but I already got my mark. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. So how have you found it in terms of because obviously you've committed full time now to doing freelance not freelance writing, freelance artwork,
yes.
Drawing. So how have you found that then? Because obviously if that's your kind of life, as it were, and obviously freelance work is kind of a bit more not as stable as the kind of 9 to 5.
True. It's not as stable as a 9 to 5 job. There is a period of time where I have a nice inflow of people wanting art or having ideas wanting illustrated, and there's a period of time where it's like nothing's happening. Just one of those, desert and the bird just flying around the distance in complete silence. Those kind of moments.
Yeah, just like waking up in the middle of the desert and just seeing some crow going just caw, and that's the only thing around.
Yeah, you have those moments of silence and nothingness. Well, it's not completely nothingness. I still got something to do. If not someone else's idea, I got my own ideas to draw, to sketch, to doodle ink and color and whatnot.
So you've always got something that you're wanting to do.
Yes, there is never a dull moment now.
That's good. That's precisely what you want. I mean, if you've got that passion for what you're doing, you want to know that you're enjoying it, whether you're doing work or not.
Ah, yes, exactly. A lot of people tell me that, you got to work to earn money to start a family. Basically they're telling me you got to work for the sake of money. I mean, I understand that money is a necessary evil these days. You got to, pay the bills, the food, and everything. But doing it all just for money, it's no fun. It's no fun. I mean, if life is not about having fun and enjoying yourself and learning new stuff and spiritually developing yourself, then what is it about? Being a robot, a slave, just going in circles, doing the same thing over and over and over again? No. I don't care what others say. They can say I'm insane, crazy, out of my marbles, or whatever the phrase was. I am found my place. I am happy. I am doing my thing. I am successful.
And
yes, I don't have a private jet. I don't vacation to Hawaii every 3 months, but that's not my type of success. My type of success is when you're doing your thing, you're happy, and you're earning your bread for it. Now that's success.
Oh, definitely. I mean, that is precisely what you're looking for, and you've done really well out of it. And, the artwork you do is absolutely fantastic stuff. I mean, how did you get into doing artwork in the first place?
Well, like I said before, I did art for as long as I remember myself. And I remember with my first drawing... Well, no, I don't remember my first drawing. I remember the moment when my first art was praised by my mother. I was like, Ma, this pencil is magical. I was like, no, son, your hands are magical. And that's when it all began. I don't remember how old I was. I remember I was so short, I couldn't reach the table. I was short on the table. That's how I remember how short I was. Maybe it was 4 years or something. Give or take.
Yeah, so quite young then.
Yeah, good times.
Oh, definitely, and it's certainly stuck with you. I mean, because you're still doing art today. I mean, you're 23 years old, is it?
Yes, 23. That is correct.
And I'm nicking that from your Meet the Artist picture that you've done, which I'm basing half of this interview on, because I know precisely what you like and what you don't like, so I can use that as my little guides for questions and odds and ends to go on, and also what to avoid, which I'm going to avoid very particular areas. But I'm not going to give them away on the show because that's not fair. If you want to see that, you can have a look at the official Facebook page at Rolicious, which is absolutely fantastic. And you've got... Where else have you got artwork? Because I think you've got a DeviantArt, or you've
Yes, we have a DeviantArt, rolicious.deviantart.com, or my Tumblr, reliciousgallery.tumblr.com. That's where most of my work is. Facebook doesn't have the complete collection. I started Facebook a bit late than I initially opened the gallery. Yes.
And, obviously we've talked about, we're part of the sort of My Little Pony fandom and so on. How did you come to be a part of the show, or how did you come to know of the show and get involved?
Yes, and that is the point where my hiatus ended. One day, it was gloomy, it was raining, I came home from work, I sat from the computer, I went online, and I met my friend. I was like asking him, "What are you doing, my dearest of friends?" And he said, "I am watching an artist do arts." I was like, "Really? Please share me the link to this artist of which you speak." Well, we don't talk like that now, but that's how I imagined it. One of those dramatic night
Yeah,
sort of
I was a
moments,
bit,
you know?
yeah, exactly. I was about to say, like, on your Meet the Artist, it says that you don't like drama or hype, but you really hyped that there. Like, that was dramatic. That was like Game of Thrones kind of thing. Just
I'm
like,
talking about a different type of drama, let's put it that way.
of course, a
Yeah.
different type.
So anyway, he linked me, and it was James Cork's live stream. He was drawing ponies. He had so many people in the call, so many viewers watching his live stream, and everyone was having such a splendid time. So I was watching him one day. It was like, then I followed him the second day. He was live streaming, and then the third, and then it was like lasted for about a week. And my goodness gracious, this man had a lot of fun. I said to myself, he's doing his thing. He knows what he wants. I know what I want. Why am I not doing this? Why am I not here? That's where I decided, you know what? I'm going to quit my job, and I'm going to do it. Just do it. Heaven or hell, doesn't matter. Success or failure, if I go down, I will go down with a smile. I didn't care what would happen if I would leave my job. Hunger or stocked up bills. I just didn't care at that point. I just wanted to do my thing, my love. So yes, a few weeks later, me and James kind of got to know together, exchanged contacts, started hanging out. Then I met other artists who was like shared their tips on how to draw things, because 3 years doesn't seem a lot, but I did barely any art, just like sketching on the side of my notebook where I kept like employment notes and stuff. You know, phone calls, no jazz, yeah. And plus, I switched to digital, which was a sudden change, because I never did digital before. I had to like get used to the tablet, to like not looking at the canvas, but keeping on the side and keeping my face on the monitor. I got one of those tablets, not those Cintiqs where you can like draw on paper. Yeah, so that was a learning period, like starting to walk, learning how to walk all over again. It was quite an interesting experience, I must say.
It certainly sounds quite interesting because it seems like you came into the My Little Pony scene through the fandom as opposed to through the show. So,
Well, I discovered the fandom about, let's see, maybe 6 months before I met James Cork. But I was like, I watched the show. I was like looking at the memes, like, this show's for kids. Well, that's what I first thought to myself. But then I started looking at the more episodes where there were and then I saw different facial expressions, different like scenes and their jokes. Like, no, this is not a show for kids. This is more of a family sort of thing. The first video that I saw that led me to the fandom was Fluttershy screaming, "You're going to love me!" That's when I thought to myself, wait, that's a pony, everything's cute and colorful, and she's screaming on top of her lungs into children's faces that they're going to love her. Is this really a kid's show? I need to look into this. What is this? That's how I discovered My Little Pony. I don't remember when exactly it was, but it was quite some time ago, and only recently did I join the fandom. Because I met so many cool people, I was like, I want to hang out with these folks. They seem a lot of fun. I mean, they understand me. They're also just as crazy as I am. We have a lot in common. If not homies, then video games or music or other things.
So your experience of the fandom has been incredibly positive then, in terms of like the people you've met and experiences you've had.
Yeah, when I was working, I was like, how should I phrase this? Yeah, that was a time when I was like keeping my distance from people, and joining the fandom was like a social rehabilitation. I got like reintegrated into society, so to speak. Started talking to people again. Felt more social. Felt like the need to like talk and hang out. Yeah, before that, the working period I was doing odd jobs, was kind of depressed. It was like just keeping myself to myself. Wasn't fun, really. So the fandom I owe a lot. A lot.
Well, I mean, you mentioned that you met James Cork first in terms of the artwork he was doing. I mean, is he a particular favourite artist of you, or do you have other artists that you particularly enjoy in the fandom or out?
Oh, there's quite a few artists I do admire from a distance. And James Cork, he's a highlight in my life. A red calendar day, so to say. It was he who, like, inspired me, like, gave the trigger to, like, move out and move on. Back into the back into arts. If I didn't like see him like having such a fun time drawing ponies in such glorious, magnificent ways, I don't think I'd be here right now. I think I'd still be somewhere in a factory doing a 9 to 5.
I mean, it's great to hear that, I mean, I know James as well, we both know him pretty well, and he's absolutely fantastic. I mean, it's great to hear stories where people in the fandom are able to inspire others to do what they love to do. I mean, it's, hearing those sort of the stories of positivity are the kind of the same sort of things that the show itself is about. So it's great to see that your story kind of reflects that in a way as well.
Yes. Glorious moments. Moments that make life worth living.
But in terms of the show itself, I mean, are there any is there a particular pony you happen to enjoy, or a particular episode that you happen to like as well? Is there?
Oh, that's a good question. Let's see. As for ponies, my favorite two would probably be Vinyl Scratch, because I also love electronic music just as much as her. Plus, the character design is magnificent. Love that blue color. And Pinkie Pie, because damn, she's a party animal. No pun intended.
Pun absolutely not intended. No, Pinkie Pie definitely a party animal and very popular as well. I mean, I like the sort of zest for life she has. She's always optimistic, and that I found that particularly inspiring myself when I was watching the show.
And breaking all those laws of physics.
Oh, I know. Oh, forget the laws of physics. I mean, do they matter really?
True. Plus, I like pink.
Oh, pink's nothing wrong with pink at all. Pink's a lovely colour.
Indeed. As for episode, to be honest, I really don't know. I like them all. They're all so interesting, so unique to one another. But if I were to choose, I would say, oh my goodness, what was that episode? It's been a while since I've seen season 1.
Oh, we're going back in time. I may not be able to help much here, because it's been a long time since I've seen it.
No, I can't choose. I like every episode I've seen. Haven't seen the last season, though. Been caught up with other things, I'm afraid. But trying to catch up as much as I can. I
know, it's the same thing I'm doing. Like, I've been out of the fandom for quite a while, and so I'm trying to sort of bring myself back into it as well. Like, and part of it, like, I'm obviously getting back into the fandom through doing these interviews and meeting people like yourself, but I'm also trying to get back into the show and sort of catching up. So I'm further behind than you are. I still haven't watched season 4, so I've got some catching up to do.
I feel you.
But like you said, I mean, obviously our lives don't revolve just around the show or around the little projects we do a part of it. We've also got the things that we enjoy outside of it. I mean, I know, for example, like you mentioned briefly there, that you're a gamer.
Yes, gamer by night, artist by day. Or sometimes a little bit of both at the same time.
Why not, if you can multitask?
Yeah, true. That one thing one thing does not contradict another. It actually helps.
Oh, exactly. I mean, there's no point in doing one thing all the time. It's nice to have a little breather and a little bit of a change of pace.
Yeah, but I mean, when you play video games, people say you're wasting time. For me, I don't waste time. I'm getting creative. I play a video game, and, you get some kind of a role play going on, some kind of ideas, rolling on how to do this and that, and then oh, I got an idea for a picture, and I'm going to draw it.
So is there a particular, you mentioned role-playing there. Are you particularly a fan of role-playing games, or is it just games in general, or?
Games in general. I would like to role-play, but I have not role-played yet. But I do like to, do a dollhouse play, let's say. Like in The Sims, for example. I got 2 characters, imagine there's a dialogue going between them, and wait, that dialogue I just made between those two, that could be a good idea for a comic page. So yes, gaming and creativity go foot to foot in my book.
So you just find inspiration anywhere then? You've got that, you can tap into something like gaming or comics or something like that and just find ideas and go, that's an idea I want to go with, and just kind of pursue it?
Yes. I draw inspiration from pretty much everything I see. I just randomly spawn ideas, and whenever I pitch them to my friends, they're like, are you on medication or something that we don't know about? Do you even know me? Have we even met? Well, then again, yes, I was. Then again, I can't blame him. I was quite a quiet person before I went back to arts. Then the volcano erupted once again. That's what I even made that in my DeviantArt description. A man with a mind like volcano that's constantly erupting with ideas. I never have a problem to like find something to draw. I hear a lot of artists say like, I don't know what to draw. I don't know what to draw. Don't get me wrong, but I just so want to hit those people in the face sometimes. Because come on, we're artists. The high forces gave us creativity, imagination, something they have not given others. And you're just not using it right, brah. You're not using it right.
Well, I suppose maybe it's in a similar way to how James inspired you. Maybe in turn you'll end up inspiring others to do the same thing.
True. I already did. I've received quite a few notifications that I have inspired other artists on their character design, their style. And I honestly did not expect that to happen like within a year's time. It's been a year since I was started drawing again. And I've already received quite a few praises, quite a few notes, and quite the amount of followers. I did not expect this.
But you haven't let it go to your head, have you?
No. I cannot let. That's another thing about artists. You gotta remember the love for your thing, why you're doing this. Because I met a few people. Yeah, since I started like going into like different groups, getting to know people, getting somewhat popular. Then I noticed other people like start flocking to me to like get some advertising going, and they're doing it the wrong way. I had a few people just literally like bursting into my like pages, my inboxes, like asking me or begging to like start following them, take a look at the works. And guys, gentlemen, ladies, people, starting artists, that is not the proper way to advertise yourself, to like let the people know about your work. That is like the opposite way of doing it. It's like you're bursting to someone's house and start tossing flyers all over the place and gluing it to the walls, to the dog, to the micro, to everywhere. You're annoying people. That is not how you do it. Plus, it's an indicator that you're not into it for love. You're into it for the fame and the fortune. A great musician once said, good stuff is self-advertising. And by Jove, he's right. The guy never advertises himself. He just makes music. And people just come to him. One person hears a song, then he tells a friend, and then that friend tells that friend, etc., etc. And that's how you gain, people. People come to you by themselves if you just do your thing. It's simple as that. There is no science. There is no math in this. It's just love.
Just love and instinct, and that'll draw it out.
No, just love. No need for
just
instinct.
Love. No need for instincts. Instincts, all right, fine.
Instincts belong in the process of drawing. But yeah, to land to yourself now, you just do your thing. People come by themselves. Those who are like interested in your work. Those who like are intrigued. You don't want unwanted attention.
Oh no, of course you never want to attract the wrong sort of people or for the wrong reasons. You want to make sure that the reasons they're coming to you are for the the good reasons at the right time.
True.
But perhaps to help along a little bit, because I know we've talked about how you do sort of freelance drawing and so on. That's your kind of bread and butter, and so I'm guessing you must do commissions and so on, or something along that line.
Yes, I do. But currently we're on a little bit maintenance here, so I'm on a bit of a vacation for myself. But yeah, we do commissions. We do comics, icons, everything. I don't restrict myself to like certain things because I've seen other people's commission sheets. To like when I was creating my commission sheet, it was like some artists do only this and that. Like only this, or like for example, like fairies, or only like landscapes, or they put limits. I don't want limits. I want to be a good artist. I want to be a great artist. That means I must be able to draw anything in any given time.
So even when you're being commissioned, you're almost kind of testing yourself as well, because like people are coming to you with a particular request, and you're going, "I'm going to do this," because that is, it's pushing yourself.
Yes, not only push myself, but also improving myself, growing, drawing something that I would probably not think of it anytime sooner.
If we wanted to, say, find some more of your art, or perhaps speak to you about commissioning you, where can we find you?
You can find me at my gallery on DeviantArt, rolicious.deviantart.com, or my Tumblr at roliciousgallery.tumblr.com.
Oh, absolutely fantastic, and we'll put links to those places in the description below, so if you want to see Rolicious's delicious work, then feel free to go there. I tell you, it is very nutritious. But I appreciate
it.
Don't worry about it. I've got to say thank you so much for coming on the show, Rolicious. It has been absolutely fantastic having you on here.
It was great to be here. It's great to be here. Always good to talk about stuff and inspire people and give speeches.
Well, I tell you what, I have no doubt you'll be inspiring even more people. Like you said, you've been inspiring people already. You have been inspired to come into the fandom, and no doubt in the future there'll be more people coming to you as well. And honestly, best wishes for your future, Rolicious. I hope things go well. Same here. And for you as well, my dear friend. Oh, thank you very much. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to wrap it up there on that great note. My thanks to Rolicious for coming onto the show. Next week, well, who knows who's on next week? I have no idea. Or maybe I do, but you'll just have to wait and see. So, but from the final word from Midnight Scribe on Midnight Scribe's Creative Vibes is, please subscribe.